What is going on YouTube? I'm Robbie from the Spandex 7 and today we are going to look at the rumors for one of the most anticipated phones of 2014, the iPhone 6. Please remember during this video that these are all rumors, nothing is official yet. So let's get right into it. In this video we're going to be talking about release dates, specs, price, and new features coming up in this new flagship. This iPhone will be the 8th generation iPhone, although it will be called the iPhone 6 most likely. It also could be called the iPhone Air. We've seen that in the iPad Air. We could see it in the iPhone line as well. There's a lot of rumors about this phone, some more likely than others, but I'm going to tell you guys most of them today so you guys can make your own opinion about them. This will probably be the most drastic iPhone change yet that we've seen. First, let's talk about the release date. The release date is pretty obvious, I guess. It's going to be probably September 2014. This is because almost every phone except the iPhone 3GS was released in September. The 3GS was released in October, but now it seems like the phones are being released in September. Now let's move on to the specs, including the screen. A lot of rumors and possibilities about the screen. Since the iPhone 4, Apple has been known for their Retina display. In the iPhone 6, they could move to a Retina Plus IGZO display. This would be a full 1080p HD display, which we haven't seen on previous iPhones yet. The screen size is probably one of the most talked about items about the iPhone 6. It's rumored that the screen size could be anywhere from 4.7 inches to 5.5 inches. I believe personally it's going to be 4.8 to 4.9 inches. Apple has not really been known to make huge changes from one iPhone to the next. It usually takes them a while to make changes. So I believe maybe 4.8. They're definitely not going to go to 5.5 inch. That would be more like an iPhablet, which would be later down the road. That could be a possibility, but later down the road. The 4.8 to 4.9 inch, I believe, is a good range, still accessible with one hand, which Apple's talked about for a while, and I believe that's the highest probable screen size. More exciting rumors include a sapphire crystal glass screen. A lot of these rumors have been shot down by people because it's too expensive, but Apple is capable of a lot of things. They could make a high-quality sapphire crystal glass screen that doesn't cost as much as people think it will. This sapphire crystal glass screen would make it resistant to scratches and possibly fingerprints. This definitely moves away from the Gorilla Glass that was in the previous iPhone. Moving on to more specs, including the internals. Internals could include 128GB onboard storage. Continuing on with internals, specifically the processor, it is rumored that it could have a quad-core processor with an 8.8 chip. It will most likely continue to include the 64-bit chip. What we're kind of looking for in the iPhone 6 is more power and better efficiency, creating a longer lasting battery. Speaking of the battery, if you had an iPhone, you know that you have to charge it probably every night with heavy use. That's because it has about a 1600 milliamp hour battery. I'd like to see that increase to either 2200 or 2300. Moving on to the camera. You guys know in the previous iPhones they had an 8 megapixel camera that worked fantastically. It is rumored that in the iPhone 6 it may have a 10 megapixel camera, just increasing the megapixels by a little bit. However, just because the megapixels just increased by a little bit, the camera could be much better, adjusting aperture and better enhancements to the camera overall. What we'd like to see in the iPhone 6 is optical image stabilization, which we have seen in other Android phones that have worked really well. Lastly, I want to talk about notable features that could be included in the new iPhone 6. It would be coming with iOS 8, which we've seen a couple leaked photos, not sure if they're legit or not, but they have had a focus on health and fitness. We saw an app called HealthBook, which could be very similar to the Samsung Galaxy Health app. Continuing on with notable features, we could see an IP67 certification, but I honestly doubt that with the iPhone line. Also, it could have a self-healing back-end screen, meaning that light wear and tear scratches would eventually fade away. We've seen many rumors about a bezel-free iPhone 6. I think this is a little bit still in the future, so it won't be coming in the iPhone 6. Maybe in a year or two, it will be coming. A big talked about feature is new curved displays. I doubt it will be in the iPhone 6 just because it's kind of a futuristic thing and they haven't perfected it yet, so I don't think that Apple would put it into one of their flagships. Touch ID on the iPhone 5S worked really well, one of the best implementations of a fingerprint scanner. I think they will continue that trend with the iPhone 6. Also, Wi-Fi capabilities would include the 802.11 AC chip, which is 3 times as fast as the Wi-Fi on the device now, which is exciting because personally for me, I'm about 80% of the time on Wi-Fi. One more thing I want to talk about that could be released with iPhone 6 is the iWatch. I might do a separate video just talking about the iWatch, But in this, I think that this is very possible because, especially with iOS 8 health-focused system, I think it's very possible for iWatch to be implemented within this release. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button down below and subscribe for new videos. We post every Wednesday and Saturday. Saturdays are going to be specifically tech-focused for now, and Wednesdays, other content. This is Robbie checking out from the Spandex 7. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Peace out.